TaleBot makes your kid the hero of their story.
Whispers of the Willow, AV's Enchanted Forest Quest. A special bedtime story for AV. Once upon a time, nestled in the heart of a lush and verdant forest, where the trees swayed in harmonious dance with the wind and the rivers sang sweet melodies, there lived a young girl named AV. She was not just any girl, for her heart held the purest love for nature and an unshakable bond with her family. AV lived on the edge of this vast forest in a cozy cottage with her parents and her mischievous little brother, Eli. Her world was one of wonder, filled with the chattering of birds, the rustling of leaves, and the scent of wildflowers perfuming the air. The forest was her playground and her sanctuary, where she could listen to the earth's secrets and, perhaps, understand the language of the trees. One crisp autumn evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon painting the sky with hues of fiery orange and soft purple, AV's parents told her a story that had been passed down through generations. It spoke of an ancient willow tree, known as the Whispering Willow, that stood at the very heart of the forest. Legend had it that this willow held the wisdom of ages and could grant understanding and communication with all of nature to the one pure of heart who embraced it. Intrigued by the tale, AV's imagination took flight. She longed to find this whispering willow, to feel its ancient bark beneath her fingertips and listen to the stories it had to tell. As she lay in bed that night, she decided that she would embark on this quest. Not only for the adventure but to bring back some of its wisdom to share with her family, strengthening their bond even further. The next morning, with a knapsack filled with her favorite treats and the compass her father had given her, AV kissed her family goodbye, promising to return before dusk. Eli looked up at her with wide eyes, teeming with a blend of concern and awe. "Be careful, AV," he whispered. "Always am," she replied with a brave smile, ruffling his hair before stepping out into the embrace of the forest. The journey through the woods was serene and yet alive with the rustling of small creatures and the playful teasing of the wind. AV followed the compass, but the deeper she went, the more she felt it was her heart leading the way, her connection with nature guiding her steps. Hours passed, and the forest grew denser, the trees taller, their canopies intertwining to create a ceiling of green above her. Rays of sunlight peeked through the leaves, casting a kaleidoscope of light that danced on the forest floor. AV was enchanted, every sense heightened, every heartbeat resonating with the life that surrounded her. Then, suddenly, she stumbled upon a clearing, and there, in the midst of it all, stood the Whispering Willow. Its branches reached towards the heavens, and its roots delved deep into the earth's secrets. Its leaves shivered, whispering words that seemed to be just beyond understanding. AV approached the tree with reverence, her heart pounding with excitement. She closed her eyes and placed her palms against the rough bark, feeling the thrum of life that coursed through it. And then, in the quiet of her mind, she heard it, the gentle, ancient voice of the willow. "You have come, child of the forest," it murmured, for wisdom and connection.
TaleBot, tailor-made tales for your child's dreams.
AV opened her heart to the tree, sharing her love for her family and her desire to deepen their bond. As she did, a surge of warmth spread through her, and her ears filled with the symphony of nature, the beat of butterfly wings, the growth of grass, the whisper of the blossoms. But with this new understanding came a realization. The forest was in pain, suffering from a darkness that had begun to seep into its roots, threatening the life within. A shadow crept into AV's heart, a fear for her beloved woods and the family living on its fringe. The willow sensed her distress and spoke once more. "Heal the forest, and you shall heal the bond that unites all things. The darkness you feel is born of neglect, a turning away from nature's embrace. Rekindle the love, and light shall return." AV's eyes fluttered open, the task set before her now clear. She must find the source of the darkness and restore balance. She ventured deeper into the forest, feeling the weight of her quest, but fueled by the love for her family and her newfound connection with nature. The shadows grew thicker, the air colder, as she approached a cavern, the heart of the darkness. Inside, a presence lurked, an entity that had forgotten the warmth of the sun and the caress of the wind. It was a creature of the earth, twisted by time and solitude. AV stepped forward, her voice steady though her body trembled. You are of the forest, yet you bring it harm. Why do you linger in the shadows when life awaits you outside? The creature hissed, its form shifting, caught between anger and despair. I am forgotten, lost. Once I roamed above, but now I am nothing but a shadow. AV's heart ached for the creature, seeing it not as a monster, but as a part of the forest that had lost its way. She reached out, her words imbued with the wisdom of the willow. You are never lost, nor forgotten. Come, let me show you the light, and together, we can heal the wounds of this place. It was a struggle, for the darkness had a powerful grip, but AV's determination was bolstered by love. Slowly, the creature relented, allowing her to lead it out of the cavern and into the light of the setting sun. As it stepped into the clearing, the forest seemed to sigh in relief. The darkness melted away, and life returned to the woods with vigor. Flowers bloomed, animals frolicked, and the whispering willow sang a song of gratitude. AV returned home, the creature by her side, no longer a shadow but a guardian of the forest. Her family welcomed them with open arms, amazed by the story she had to tell. Together, they vowed to protect the forest, to listen to its whispers and to honor the bond that connected them all. As AV lay in bed that night, the forest a symphony of peaceful sounds outside her window, she whispered a thank you to the whispering willow for the adventure, the wisdom, and the reminder that in love and family, there is the greatest strength of all. And so, dear child, as you drift into dreams, remember that nature holds secrets, waiting for a heart pure and open to discover them. And in that discovery, may you find the magic that ties you to the world and to those you hold dear. Good night.
Created by a kid and their parent using TaleBot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.